Hi wrestling fans, forgot my mouse. Thanks for clicking on the dreaded D Rose report. F4W Online's got this to say. Daniel Bryant wrote the following on his Twitter account. He says, I got some great advice from Ricky Steamboat today. Says, now that was awesome. Zack Ryder, Rosa Mendez are now officially on the Raw roster, coming over from ECW. The stars left ECW, who have other stars that's left ECW that hadn't really showed up anywhere yet. Trent Beretta, Kalen Croft, Vance Archer, Vladimir Kozlov, Tiffany, which I'd like to see in the ring soon, Goldust, Byron Saxton, Abraham Washington, and Tony Atlas. I'd like to see Abraham in the ring too. From what I've seen, he's pretty good. Oh, you want me to sit down? Okay. New Zealand wrestler. I love these independent names sometimes. Max the Axe Damage from Kiwi Pro Wrestling has been getting a tryout at WWE the next few SmackDown events in the state of California. Probably the dark matches, before the shows. I like that. Max the Axe Damage. Gail Kim, by the way, may have been injured at last night's Raw during the pajama pillow fight match. Gail had to be helped to the back after the match was over, but it didn't air on TV, so hear anything, I'll let you know. There's around 15,000, if you got any money, 15,000 tickets, including ringside, still available for WrestleMania 26 at the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. And that's less than a month off. You can purchase the tickets at impulsetickets.com if you want. Jim Ross, by the way, made an appearance before the live crowd at last night's Raw in Oklahoma City. There was fans reporting saying that Jim told the fans he was going to be at ringside at WrestleMania, but then Ross cleared that up on Twitter later, and saying he hopes to be at ringside at WrestleMania, but nothing's been confirmed yet. And reports that JR looked better than he has in quite a while and has lost some weight last night. Dark match, by the way, for Raw's, before Raw started taping, Vladimir Kozlov defeated a local wrestler. William Regal versus Evan Bourne, and Kofi Kingston versus Chavo Guerrero. They were taped for last night's Raw to air this Thursday on WWE Superstars. Chavo Guerrero noted on his Twitter account that he was busted open above the eye and had to have 6 stitches after his match with Kofi Kingston at the taping. WWE is currently working on a new DVD set out for the Divas. Thank you. The set will feature segments from matches from WWE's past and present. Only former WWE Diva confirmed for the project is Trish Stratus. Alright, JR noted on his Twitter also that he cut a promo in front of the live crowd in Oklahoma during the Raw commercial break is when he did that. Edge versus Big Show will take place on this week's Friday Night SmackDown, tape tonight in Wichita, Kansas. Also, an announcement for Friday's show is the final of the 2 Money in the Bank qualifying matches. Eric Bischoff and it's called Bischoff Hervey Entertainment Company. Anyway, they've been developing a new wrestling project. It's a reality series which focuses on micro championship wrestling. It's a midget promotion. Bischoff and Hervey's are using the Impact Zone to film the show, but it's not anything to do with TNA though, or Spike. Spike also has a new midget wrestling reality show called Half Pipe Brawlers, and Bischoff's new project is just something separate on that. Anyway, it looks like Hogan also might have some involvement in the project as he's cutting promos for the Micro Championship Wrestling at the website mcwusa.us in case you want to check it out. The first taping will be this Thursday at the Impact Zone. Eric Bischoff will be appearing. The promotion is asking fans not to wear t-shirts with TNA logo and is believed that the taping is going to be filmed for a pilot on True TV. WWE announced tonight that that Vince McMahon will take on John Cena next week as Raw goes head-to-head with TNA Live Impact. Bet me there's going to be some involvement with other people, maybe like Batista. And I would think Bret Hart would probably come down for the save. Probably. Also, well, I hope they don't have like a less than 2-minute match like TNA did last week with that outside. I'm still pissed about that. Anyway, also announced for next week's Raw from Portland, Oregon is a handicap match between Randy Orton versus Cody and Ted. Chip Sheffield, a FCW heavyweight championship, Justin Gabriel, will be featured on tomorrow night's NXT. It appears that Jack Ryder is now a member of the Raw roster on tonight's Raw. Anyway, Rosa Mendez was with him too, so she must be there also on Raw. It's also announced that on last night's Raw that Mad Dog Vachon is going to be the next member in the 2010 Hall of Fame. Vachon is going to be inducted by Pat Patterson. Pardon me. Anyway, TMZ.com also, they've, I gotta listen to this. They've obtained the 911 call made the night Ric Flair's wife allegedly assaulted him on February 21st. Anyway, the call was made by the daughter of Flair's wife. During the call, you can hear Jacqueline Beam's daughter saying, Mother and Rick were both drunk and punching each other in the home in Charlotte, North Carolina. I can't help it. I don't know. You think he chopped her? I don't know. Anyway, Beam's daughter says Rick was bleeding from his forehead, which he always does. He probably does that in his sleep, and needs medical attention. She asked that the 911 operator send the police over to the home to help put an end to the violence of the altercation. Beams was arrested that night and charged with assault. I just, woo! But anyway, she probably knocked the crap out of him after he did that. I don't know. Why isn't there a camera around when you really need it? Crews from WWE NXT is scheduled to be on at WrestleMania this year. It looks look for a love storyline between Maurice and The Miz to pick back up. With the idea being that she's into him now since he has more belts than anybody. I got a black, brown, and even a red one. I got quite a few. I got some suspenders too. Anyway, the Divas will likely be represented at WrestleMania this year in a tag match or a multi, maybe over battle match or something like that. Largely to get as many as they can onto the show for the WrestleMania payday, which is great that they do stuff like that. Of course, Maria is going to miss out. F4W Online also says they got a lot of the day in the life footage and other stuff filmed in Florida for NXT that should be probably make it on TV tonight, I guess. And there's talk that Hillbilly Jim will be one of the inductees in the WWE Hall of Fame. Real good friend of mine. If you ever see him, talk to him, ask him about me, he'll probably tell you a bunch of lies, but it could be the truth. As of this weekend, how much time have I got left here? I can't really see. I think 8 minutes. Anyway, as of this weekend, the plan for this year's WrestleMania to be the final Mania for the Money in the Bank deal that took place. After this year, the match will be held at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view each year. And there's lots of creative talk that WWE right now is regarding the Money in the Bank match. We'll find out how that goes. Oh, by the way, Bill Goldberg had an interview the other day, and here's some of the highlights. Damn, I can't really see them. He said TNA has not contacted Bill for and looking to sign him since a lunch meeting with Dixie Carter 4 years ago. Being 43 years old with a family, he said his new project, whether or not he has time to wrestle, is kind of up in the air. Goldberg said getting out of football was more difficult than getting out of wrestling. And despite owning a prominent MMA gym, and likes the Herschel Walker giving him a try, he has no thoughts of competing in MMA.